Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. It's really late in the day, and as you can see, it's very dark. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading, and I apologize for not getting back to you guys in the last couple of days. It's been incredibly busy here on the homestead. I've been dealing with a lot of criminal behavior. I will go into more detail about it in some upcoming videos. I'm waiting to hear back from an agency, and then I will reveal what has transpired. But this is what it looks like here at night, folks. As you can see, out in the distance there's a light shining on my property right there. That wasn't there when I moved here. That was installed. And then, you see that one right there? They're both pointed towards my property. Right? Looks like two evil eyes. Right, folks? But I hope everybody's doing well, had a good weekend. Today was extremely windy. It was in the 40s, and it was a lot colder. I've heard that in some other southern states, the weather's been like in the 70s and stuff, and it was like that here for a little while, and then the temperatures dropped. So it was so windy today, I really didn't feel like being outside. There is so much going on in the news, guys. It is just absolutely insane. One explosion after the next. And I watched Dane Wigington, Geo Watch, on YouTube. And he was mentioning that there's a lot of frequencies going on in California. And I know that when I read Nostradamus many, many years ago when I was married, it was a very depressing book because inside of it, if I remember correctly, there was a map of what the United States would look like after all these catastrophic events. And I have to tell you, California was no longer on the map, and the East Coast was gone. It looked pretty bad, between the floods and stuff. But anyway, he mentioned all the seismic activity in California to be really careful. And I want to alert you guys to the solar eclipse, the upcoming solar eclipse on the 20th. The moon and sun are squaring Pluto. And this is a lot of dynamic energy. The way it works with solar eclipses, everybody thinks, oh, it's just, it's just the eclipse. You're not going to see something in the sky, or there's going to be a shadow or whatever. That's what somebody responded to me on a forum. Astrologically, it is very intense energy. And the energy doesn't last only a day or a week. A solar energy lasts for approximately 18 months, where a lunar eclipse is approximately 9 months. Lunar is the moon, right? And the moon cycles. It's feminine. It's it's sort of like the birth of a child after 9 months. So the lunar cycle for an eclipse, the energy of which lasts approximately 9 months, and the solar eclipse approximately 18 months. But usually you get a hint of what is to transpire in the world on the day of the eclipse, which is the 20th. And depending on how long the eclipse lasts during that time, whether it's a few seconds, whether it's a few minutes, tells you how many events are going to transpire in the coming months. That's just coming from an astrologer, folks. You don't have to believe it, but you can do your research and then keep a notation about what is happening now as we approach that eclipse. And then shortly thereafter, Mercury turns retrograde. So when Mercury turns retrograde, there is a lot of time to review. Think of all the words that begin with R-E, right? Renovate, rent. Rent comes up for renewal. And all of the words that begin with R-E pertain to Mercury when it is retrograde. And you need to double check and dot your I's and T's. If you receive a renewal on your rent, make sure to read very carefully between the lines and don't sign anything until you read it 3 times. So I just wanted to put that out there in, in case anybody has anything going on the 20th of April. I heard from another targeted person that there is a rally in DC and that a bunch of targeted people will be there with several attorneys and that may be meeting or have the opportunity to meet with Jim Jordan. This could be a turning point, folks. It really could be a turning point. Depends on how this plight is, presented, what documentation is provided, who is speaking, along with the lawsuit that has already been filed by Targeted Justice. I mean, these are very serious matters that needs to be out in the open. People need to be talking about it, because so many people are involved and there's so many deep pockets, so many neighbors that are getting gift cards and under the table stuff and signed national security letters to not speak up. It's a bribe. It's a coercion. Nobody's going to say anything unless we speak up, folks. And my guineas here, they're speaking up. They're telling me, I don't want to take a nap now. I don't want to go to bed, right? You don't want to go to sleep? You don't want to go in the coop? And it's very blurry, folks. Oh, there we go. Do you want to go to bed now? It's time. It's past your bedtime. I'm telling you, folks, that they're telling me right now they don't want to go to bed. Right, guys? They're still out. All the chickens are in the coop. They're going to sleep now. But these guys, no. They're like a bunch of little spoiled toddlers. They want to hang out and not go to bed. So I hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to sign off for now, get this posted so that you know that I haven't been lost. I've just been doing a lot of things, and I will disclose what else has been going on here in the not too distant future. Signing off for now.